going into politics a little bit.
Okay.
Michelle Obama says that the country is not ready for a woman to be president.
That's crazy.
I'm about to play the clip.
That's a controversial thing.
Hey, what's Vontae?
Ashley.
Can you do me a favor, if you don't mind? Can you like unlock my door?
Somebody.
Thank you so much.
Unlock it.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I'm about to play the clip, y'all.
Do you think that impacts the room that we've made for a woman to be president?
Well, as we saw in this past election, sadly, we ain't ready. That's why I'm like, don't even look at me about running, because you all are lying. You're not ready for a woman. You are not. So don't waste my time. You know, we got a lot of growing up to do. And there's still, sadly, a lot of men who do not feel like they can be led by a woman, and we saw it. What was the question?
I just said,
So
we don't need to ask it again. You answered it.
I mean, like she said, we saw it. Hillary and Kamala were obviously, on paper, more qualified than their their opponent, but they lost. And I think we can be honest and say that both of their campaigns had some troubles and some things that could have been different. But overall, they shouldn't have lost, like, just on paper.
They were qualified, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it just is what it is. And I think that we had a similar conversation last time I was here about what it's like being a woman in certain male-dominated industries and spaces. And it's like, it's just like that. Knowing that you are better for the job, knowing that you have the qualifications, but being a woman means that you are viewed as someone who is not, you're not valued. Your presence is not valued. You're not seen as important. You're not seen as someone who can do it. We know the notion that, oh, women are so emotional, and if a girl was president, then they would do this and do that. Knowing we didn't had these niggas as presidents, and they've done all these other things. So it's like, just the view that women have in society is honestly so old and tired, but it's still very prevalent. And they're definitely not ready for a black woman. Like, a double-edged sword.
You know, so when I saw this conversation, I was just like, damn. It's tough because, one, you have seen women president in other countries, and they've prospered. I think Poland and some other places, correct me if I'm wrong, you've seen women presidents, you've seen leaders in that regard, and they've succeeded. I think here, the reason why I think America is afraid is because what if you're wrong? You can always have the assumption if you've never seen it before.
Right.
But let's say that a woman does win, and they're the best candidate that you've ever seen. They're the
Then
best.
it shatters.
They shatter
Yeah.
whatever the expectation or whatever ceiling you've had. Now you can't say anything.
Exactly.
But you can keep them in a box right now and assume, okay, women are too emotional. They don't have the rationality. They don't have all of these things. I'm not saying this to pander, but I feel like America's in that space right now because you can keep that narrative because you've never seen it before. So there's that level of uncertainty that you can stand to because it's like we don't even want to give it a chance, you know what I'm saying? Because of what we think the implications will be. But I truly do believe that I've seen women lead in a majority of places. But the one thing that she said that stood out to me in that conversation, she was like, I don't think that the world is ready for women to lead men in that capacity. And that kind of hit me like right here because I was like, damn, bro. Because we had that conversation around like the people that helped pave the way for me.
Yeah.
And I said most of the people that supported me in certain areas were women. So it was just kind of tough because to see that on a grander scale, that was just the initial thought that I had.
I don't know why though. I don't know why the world is so afraid of this.
Yeah.
Because if I'm being honest, like I think all of the presidents that ever was elected was married.
Yeah, I think all.
When I think of like being successful as a man and having a wife, like I'm just a face. If I'm being real, I think my woman has a lot to do with the decisions I make too, though. Like, yeah, I make the end decision, but if we being real, I feel like a lot of times we consult with our woman, and our woman is the one that's talking sense in us. Our woman is the one that's like saying, "Hey, think about this." So it's like when I hear it, I'm kind of confused of why we're so scared of it. Because if you're a man and you're confident in your manhood, you know that a lot of times, like, I'm just the face of it. I'm really going back home like, yo, babe, like,
Men don't want to lose power. That's all it comes down to. Men don't want to lose the level of power that they have in the country. And when you're talking about leading an entire nation, a nation that has always been ran by men, white men, until we got that one little speckle, right? But even then, it was like, oh, now nigga, now let's go back, right?
Yeah.
So it's like when you're talking about a country that has
Very
historically been led by white men, going to something different absolutely shakes the fabrics of this country because that's just not what they're used to. Now, when it comes to are we ready for a female president, of course we're ready. We've been ready. We need something different. We've been ready for a black president. Are we going to get it? I don't know, because based off of the way people vote, it's all about self-preservation. It's all about trying to protect assets. It's all about trying to think about this individualized mindset versus community. If you had a community mindset, then you know that today this black woman might be the best chance for us, or tomorrow it might be this Asian man, or it might be, because when you think about community, it's about what's good for everybody, not what's just good for you and your household.
That is good.
so if, all right, let's have the conversation, right?
All right.
Spoiler, check in the second one. Let's have the this yeah. I think if we're gonna just be, let's talk about what everybody, I guess the elephant. People would assume we aren't ready because they would say women are like emotional, right? Women lead with emotions. So when it comes to like control, like being in charge of a country, a lot of your decisions might be moved off emotion. In the sense of like a presidential position, from my experience, the emotional side that I get from women are like in the moment. I don't think you can make a decision in the moment, and I could be wrong because you have so many people to talk. You got to go through so many steps, and from my experience, like if you can sit a woman down and talk to her, then eventually it will change. So like I don't think what we're saying, like why people think we're not ready, or the stigma that we might give we give to women, I don't think that I don't think that would affect us as much as people would assume, if that makes sense.
Wouldn't. It's
That's just
it's illogical.
Yeah, like I don't see
And
that.
it's the same thing with racism. We know that it don't make sense that white folks think that black people are inferior. We know that doesn't make sense. They know it don't make no damn sense. But it protects the level of power that they have because they feel like if they could just simply feel like they're better than us, I'm cool with that, right? We all know that doesn't make sense. We have the statistics, we have the science and mathematics, we have all the numbers to say that none of that makes any goddamn sense. But to continuously move within that space means that you're just trying to protect a system that protects you. And that's all that they're trying to do. They don't want to uproot systems that allow them to stay in power. That's all it is. It's really as simple as that. Because if you don't have any quote unquote power, then you dismantle this idea that you are above people. They just want to be above people.
I don't understand, like, why are we so scared of, like, because honestly, another part of that, like, you spoke on this. In general, people don't like things that's different. Like, we like, kind of shun things. Like, as soon as it's different, it's like, oh, whoa, right? Because we like for us to feel, like, some sense of, like, normality.
Normacy,
like,
yeah.
Right, so, like, normacy. Clearly, it ain't been working.
Hello?
Like, I'm just being real.
I just want to say something.
Go ahead.
No, I've just been chilling. All right, so you was talking about, it's been women president, right? What country has had a woman president?
I was just about to say this. So right now, currently,
Yeah, please, let's get
Mexico, Moldova, Peru, Iceland, Tanzania, and Barbados.
Damn.
to that. How successful has those countries been?
Well,
We can't compare them to the U.S., though.
but Mexico.
No, we're not. No. I'm breaking it down. I'm gonna break it down for you. Go ahead.
So it's new because Mexico's president has been in
New.
office since 2024. So that's
Come on, that's
relatively
brand
new.
new. That's like
But I mean, most of these people, they just
within the
got-
last 20,
So where
30
you
years.
going with this?
Where I'm going with it is this. We never seen a woman in leadership of a whole entire country. I'm not saying that I'm fond upon it. Like, I'm not like going against that. we normally want to see women as this be right here
The
with
support
me.
system.
Yeah, support me while I take this shit over. Right? Why are you even trying to even handle that? Why are you even trying to handle a whole country though? I'm confused about that. Like, what is it about you that want to handle the whole country?
Well, why
you
not?
got a man.
Why
So when you
would-
go home see your man, how do you talk to him? Like, you gonna be like, man, shut your bitch ass up. I got the whole country.
No,
He's a
and you know
goofy
what-
now.
you know what's
like,
funny?
no, that's like you coming on my block. That's like you coming on my block.
No.
You took over my whole block. Now my homeboys think I be like, you was a
that's how men think.
This nigga
You
crazy.
think that it's
This
gonna
crazy.
be like because that's how men handle power. Because when they get a little bit of power, now they want to bitch everybody around. There are women who lead companies, multi-billion
Companies.
right?
Country.
But we're just talking about leadership, right? We're just talking about leadership. We don't have a lot of examples of women leading nations for lots of years because the world operates on patriarchy, a system that simply is created. We as humans create the societies that we live in. It's not human nature. It's not law. There's nothing within our fabrics of physics that says men are leaders, women are not. That's not a scientific thing. It's sociological. We as a society determined that was something. There are nations that operate that have women in more leadership roles
glad you
because
said
them
this.
as a society
I'm glad you said this.
decided that is the way that they want
I
to
love
go.
it. I love it. So you're fine with a guy telling you to pay all the bills?
Am I fine with that?
Yeah.
I don't
It's
think-
society. You run a country, you can run a house.
My mother has out-earned. My mother has out-earned my father the entire time they've been married, for the
Right.
most part. I don't know exactly what their bill breakdown is, but I'm just talking about just the monetary things. Even when we talk about their roles in the household, my dad has always been more so the nurturer. He's the one who does a lot of the housework. He cooks the majority of the meals, like all of those things. So
Right.
this idea of roles in society are things that we created.
You know why it's there? Right? The reason why these roles are here, this dates back before we were even thought of. This is 200-300 years ago. When it was time to eat, you think y'all was going outside killing the what you call them? The cow and all that? We was gutting all that. We was going fishing. We was cutting it up. We needed y'all to eat. Men just naturally are providers. That's just in our blood. We're not scared of a little spider. Oh my God, kill a spider. We're not doing that. Y'all gonna do that. We are going to make sure this house
But you're
is gonna.
speaking on that
we
like
built the
it's-
house. Women
You're
never
speaking
built
on that
the.
as if it's a rule, though. It's not.
It's not a rule.
Right.
It's more so of a. It's more so
'Cause
of a
if it-
tradition. Like that's just
Right.
how we are. We want to build the house.
But you know
Yeah.
that everyone's not like that, right?
Never
you know
been
that
like that.
everyone doesn't fit into those narratives. Everyone
Yeah.
doesn't fit into those roles.
Exactly.
Yes, these are traditional roles, right?
Yeah.
But there are people who do not fit in that mold, who have never fit in that mold, right?
Mm.
And that doesn't mean that they're no longer functional in society. The way in which we as humans have created these roles is because we feel like this is how we can function best. Roles are important, absolutely. Everyone must fit into some sort of role. However, who fits in what role is determined by us, and it's always changing. The things that create or that we associate with femininity and what women do is consistently changing, the same as men.
I'm not trying to get too like spectacle as far as like how they look at us, right? We're just going to get back to the human basis of life. We're humans. You're a female. I'm a guy. You're not looking at a guy that can't lead. If I can't build a fire, if I can't build a house, if I can't go out there and put food on the table, you're not going to be with me.
You
That's
can build a
just,
house?
that's just period.
You know how to build a house?
That's period, huh?
You know how to build a house?
You hunt?
Listen, man, we're talking about.
I'm like, wait, what the fuck
Listen, I'll learn if I have to, though. If you put me in the jungle, I'm a man.
But
If you put me in the jungle, I'm walking out with a mink.
but again, you
Women
agree.
ain't doing that.
the bear.
We walking out with a mink. I'm not
As-
gonna get eaten.
As
I'm
we
not getting
agree,
eaten in the jungle. I'm not.
roles
I'm just
have
not.
changed in society because we
Because
as a
of-
society have grown and
That's
evolved.
the government. And they poisoned y'all in the 80s, but we're not gonna go through that. We're not gonna go through that.
So let me ask, you think a woman can't lead the country?
Answer that immediately. Yes or no?
A woman probably can leave the country.
That's crazy.
But would she want to do that though?
I think so.
It's some
Women
We've
don't-
seen people trying to run.
I want women to be able to go back to being women. I don't want this much stress on you. We're going through wars.
So
But
People
if
are
it's a woman-
shooting.
but-
I
So,
can't even.
can I ask
let
a
me just.
question?
Go ahead. I don't want you dealing with that.
How
You're a
do you
female.
know? But
You
how
should
do
be
you
able to just
know-
live your life, be pretty and
How
chill.
do you know
Why do you want to
what
lead this?
a woman is supposed to do? How do you have
I don't.
some?
I'm not saying that's what she's supposed to do.
But how
I'm
do you
going
know
off of
what being a woman means?
you doing what the women do right now. You
What?
ain't
Which
letting
is
me
what?
finish.
Ask logical questions?
Yeah, no. You ain't let me finish.
Go ahead, finish.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm used to it.
Tired.
Women.
This nigga is wild.
I'm not
I'm about to
saying-
cut this nigga off because
No.
he told something. I'm used to it. This nigga wild.
No,
He's
no,
trying to
this
sleep
is
on the
really
couch.
great.
The nigga
A lot
wanna-
of people gonna love
the
what I'm
nigga wanna
saying.
sleep on the couch. He
I'm
like,
not saying
he
what
asked
she's
if we
supposed to
gonna
do
sleep
and
on
what she's not
the
supposed to
step
do.
tonight.
I'm
what
not.
are you
I would never
saying?
tell a woman what to do, what not to do, and all that.
But you
I
said-
just want you to be able to be a woman.
Right, and
I
how
want
do
you to
you
be
know
able to
what
be a
that
traditional
means?
woman. I don't want. If you want to run a country, go run it.
Right.
Right.
So what's the
I'm
question?
not telling you
what's the
not to
question?
go do it.
What's the question that you're asking?
Yeah.
What's a
What do you
traditional
ask me
woman?
directly?
So-
Like.
Because you said I want women to be women, and
Right.
I'm asking what is
What is
that though,
that?
and how can you be the defining factor of that if you don't identify as a
That's the
woman?
point.
So first
That's
thing
a
we're gonna
good
do is
point.
go to tradition. Can we go to history?
Who's
Or not?
tradition?
No more history, right?
No, who's tradition?
We can go to African tradition. We can go to Chinese. We can go to Mexican. We can go to all tradition. I want my woman to be able to chill. Let me go handle this. You chill out and be pretty. I'm
That's
gonna bring
how
the money
you
back.
want your woman in
So,
your relationship.
As far as the country
Right?
running, you can't say you want to run a country, and you also want your man to pay the bills.
So you
which
don't-
one are you with?
You don't think you
Which
you don't-
one are you with? You
But
want to
you-
run
you
a
don't-
country, be a man, or
But
you
wait,
want to?
you don't think it's duality? I feel like it's duality in both. Like
It
I feel like
is.
a woman can be in a leadership role and still be soft and submissive to
They
a
do it
man.
all the time. We
Women
do it all
run the
time.
household low key. I ain't even gonna
High
lie. Low key,
Yeah.
women be running that motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie.
But I think-
we go to work, we work at a steel mill, we get the money.
But that's yeah.
women,
But that's to my
no
earlier-
happy wife, no happy life.
But no,
I'm
but
gonna
to
be
my-
real with
I
you.
mean, so I mean,
The women be
I
running
don't-
that bitch.
No,
like,
so
for
it's
real.
no funny because I don't agree with all of the things. Like I do think happy spouse, happy house, right? So when you say happy wife, happy life, I feel like happy spouse, happy house. But at the same time, to your point of like running the house, I do think that's true, and I think a confident man is okay is can allow his woman
Yeah.
to have the spotlight
Right.
and be in charge.
Yeah.
because I know what's up with me. So like when I think of a woman running a country, like we never seen it before, and
Here.
Here.
Let's specify.
Here,
We never
yeah,
seen it
yeah,
here.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
do I? But it's
What is that? Y'all are all
What?
black people. Y'all never seen a.
I just know, like, if I'm being real, that doesn't really say anything. We never seen it here. Like, I don't think our country is the standard of what a good country is.
It's not.
I mean,
You're
it
not
might be
even really-
technical. So when people say we never seen it here, what that doesn't mean.
What's
I
it
mean-
being made right now?
That
What's it
doesn't
being
mean.
made?
That doesn't
I
mean
just don't want
nothing.
women to have to take on responsibilities they don't have
But
to.
I'm saying if a woman
Period.
wants, but if a
That's
woman,
all I'm saying.
If a woman wants to, right?
If she wants to go,
I'm not trying to pander. I swear to God.
No, go ahead.
I would love to see it. I would love to see how it works because we've seen the other way.
sure.
It
I
hasn't.
want to see everything.
It clearly.
But
Look
we
where
see
we
it.
at.
I mean,
But-
all right, let's put this in perspective, right?
No, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm gonna. My
Oh,
bad,
go ahead.
my
No,
bad.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Let me come to your level. We want women to be women, right? A part of womanhood is nurturing.
Right.
I mean,
Nurture a country.
hey, I'm just saying. So I'm gonna
Country
come to
might
your
be
level.
going crazy.
So a part of what we deem like we talking about the double not double standards, the roles and things like that, right? Nurturing, right?
Let her be a nurturer.
She can nurture the country because
No,
clearly we
she
ain't
can
nurturing
heal
this
the
motherfucker.
country. Yeah.
Hey,
my bad,
hey,
my bad.
I'm just saying, like, bro, what?
Because it's like, what do you want from your leader of the country? What are you looking for in the leader
Women
of a
shouldn't have to
country?
do nothing. Why do you want to take on that? That's
Women
crazy.
should do nothing.
I don't want you to. If
I
you're
think
my female,
it-
why do I want you to take on a bigger job? You might as
But
well
no,
work at a
no, no.
warehouse with me. Come
So-
on, go pick
so-
some boxes up.
so-
You want to run
Okay,
shit?
listen,
Come on, go pick
listen.
some boxes up and go load the
You-
truck.
But you
Like,
keep talking about your woman, you're a woman, you're a woman. It ain't all about you and your household, right? So women in general, so answer my question. What do you look for in a leader of this country? What are you looking for?
we talking about the country.
Just-
I just want someone that's gonna lead us right. I want someone that's gonna make sure that black people needs are being needed too. Is getting getting situated, things like that. Like I want the country to look more so like the Native Americans who was here before all this even
do you
happened.
think,
for real,
honestly?
for real.
I mean, technically-
I just want it to look like that.
But who
I don't
do-
care if it's a woman. I don't care if it's black, white, anything.
But who
Okay.
do you think?
Just help me.
If we're gonna be technical, right?
Right.
I'm not like big in like the race theory or like that. But
Yeah.
if we being technical,
Yeah.
I think a woman is more inclined to do that because they care more about
Everybody.
everybody, right? Whereas though, even white or
Yeah.
black, right? Whereas
Right.
though, when we get into talking about men, there's a lot of ego in there. Like even we talk about racism, right? I
Right.
feel like I could see a white man only caring about white people,
But not a white woman.
right? But
A white woman can be president.
No,
She-
but I
she
can see. I'm just hypothetically, I can see a white, even a white woman. I can see her still caring about the livelihood of everyone.
Right.
Whereas though, if it was a white man, I can see him caring about his people, right? Even a black man, right? So like
Yeah.
when you talking about the like everybody in the whole, I mean, who thinks about that? Woman. Even as a man, and I might not, I don't want to say I'm proud of anything, but I know like my flaw, like I think about myself and my people, like the people that I'm with, the people that I can help. I don't care about everybody else. Whereas I
This
can
how
see
I'ma
a
end it.
woman caring about everybody in totality. Does that make sense?
This how I'm gonna end it. All right. Because I don't want to go too deep down this rabbit hole.
Oh,
Let's just figure out. No, I don't want to
We
go too
already
deep.
deep in the
No,
ball.
no, trust me, I do this. I
Balls
study this. But listen,
in this motherfucker.
how would a woman being a president of the United States look to the rest of the world? How would it look? I'm not
We-
even going to say
we
nothing.
won't
How would it look
know,
to the rest of the world?
we don't
China
know. I know we
already
don't
on our
know.
ass. How would it look?
How
don't
would it
know
look to
what
have
you
Donald Trump?
Exactly. Do you want to see
I
it
mean,
at a time like this?
I mean-
The
How does it
government's
look to
already
have
shut
Donald
down.
Trump? How does it look to have Donald Trump?
Shit.
How do you know how we
But
look
listen,
to the
but no,
world?
but listen,
we
but listen,
look
but listen.
crazy.
Nah, you want to know why I can't? I feel you, but I can't align with that all the way because they were saying the same thing about Obama. How would it look to the rest of the
Yes.
world to have a black person as president of the United States of America?
Do you,
You know what I'm saying?
think we
But before
Well, it
we
don't-
keep going, right?
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
You were talking about women, like you want your woman to do nothing, right? And again, we're not pandering.
I'm
not
with
saying this
you.
to
I'm
pander.
I'm not saying
No,
do
no, no,
nothing,
no,
but
I'm
do
with
And
you.
it's like
the
the fact that
but
y'all
let me
have
tell
to
you-
say we're
women want to go
pandering.
back to
No,
being.
no, but
But I'm
women
with you,
want to
no,
go back
Vontae-
to them days too,
But
but they
Vontae-
gotta pay
no,
nothing.
no,
They
no,
can
I'm-
chill.
I'm with
Just
you.
make the food.
But I'm with you a million percent.
But
Like,
Yeah, why would I want
as
my
a-
girl to?
But,
work?
but,
Like,
but,
come on,
but,
bro.
as a confident man, I got you. As a confident man, which I strive to be, right?
Right.
I want my woman to do nothing, but I'm also confident enough that if she want to do something, I'm
would
gonna support her and
that's what I
invest in it
said.
all the way.
Why do y'all?
But if
why
she
do you,
want- but
can
real
I ask?
quick.
Because I'm truly trying to understand what is it about wanting your woman to do nothing? Why
I
do you
see
want that?
the nothing.
Honestly,
See
it's
the
what we
N
saw.
word.
I'm really trying to
Listen,
understand.
I'm not saying do nothing. Yes, you can still be your boss. You can have your own businesses. You can do whatever you want to do. I'm not going to micromanage my woman.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a simple fact of running a country.
She can do everything but run the country.
I mean, you could do that if you want to. It's just.
I was about
Where you
It's just how
wrong
would
with
that
this?
look to the rest of the world? People only look at America. Half these people don't got
let's
passports.
reset. Go
So,
ahead,
I'm
Alex.
telling you, bro. Like, bro.
But let me
Go
let me
ahead,
put this
reset.
in a
Go ahead.
perspective,
All right,
right? As to because I hear real points, valid points, right? So I'm looking up when you saw this movement
You okay?
of women in the workspace, right? Men used to go to war.
Right.
We haven't had a war in a long time.
All right.
So,
60s, yeah. All
but
right.
when World War I, World War II, when the
Vietnam,
men
yeah.
leave, when the men would leave to go to war,
Right.
you had empty spots in the workspace.
Exactly.
The
And what
economy
happened?
would have crumbled, right? Who stepped into the place
Right.
of the men that were out there fighting for the country? Women did. Right?
That's when women got their rights. In the,
So
in the
then
first
you-
war, they
so
got
then
their rights.
Afterwards, you started to see like the women's suffrage
Right women.
movements and everything in that capacity. But we never knew what that looked like until the opportunity
And
was
so we
presented
seen it.
for us.
Exactly.
And in exchange for it, it's like, oh, okay. So now again, once the brain expands, it's
You
like
can't
it's
go
not going to
back.
shrink.
It's hard to yeah.
So now you have women that have been exposed to, okay, this level of independence. And it's like, okay, I can do what a man can do too from this capacity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily that.
We couldn't
I
even
want
have our
to,
own
or I
bank
need to.
accounts because men thought we didn't need. You don't need what you need that for.
So it's
You
like-
can-
it's-
so it's like you. It's the same mindset. Even though I know you don't think it is, it's the same mindset of what you need a bank account for. I got you, but it's like we couldn't even open our own bank account because we did not have the right.
Couldn't
to,
vote.
Couldn't do anything.
Right.
But have that goddamn baby.
You know what?
Right?
And then again,
Yo, I do this.
so
bro.
listen, from a perspective of
Yo.
a woman, right? You then had men, because we got to understand the role that we played as men. We wanted the power and the territory, but we
Yeah.
abused it. We got let's be
Yeah,
real.
you right,
That's
you're
true.
right,
You got no
facts.
right to vote.
Yep.
You just shut the fuck up and come home.
Yeah.
Do
Get
what I
beat.
say.
You don't
I
even
might
need
leave
to
the
cook.
family.
You can
I
get
might
raped.
definitely-
You can get
Yeah,
raped by your
that's what they was
husband.
going-
It wasn't even a crime.
So
it wasn't
we
even
have
a
to-
crime to rape
That,
your wife.
and that's that. I don't
All
agree
type
with
of
that
shit.
at all.
But this is what happens when you allow men to continuously have power and women to have none.
But you don't. So the thing about
because
it,
it's an
Vontae,
imbalance. It's just an
and
imbalance.
I'm not,
I don't
I'm
agree
not
with
trying
that
to
at all.
like, hop on his like train. you say you don't agree with it, but we have like the mentality is like it come from the same thought process.
Yeah.
So even if you don't like, it's like you don't agree with that, but the fact that the mindset of that is still similar, is linear, and we have to understand that. So it's like I understand you mean well, but we sometimes we gotta work to get ourselves outside of that thought process because I might not agree with a girl getting raped or a girl being beat up, but the thought process of this is similar. Like it
like a
doesn't
pipeline.
it doesn't fall too far. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta be careful of that.
If president is like, if that's the breaking point, how do you feel about women in leadership positions in the government period? So we have Senate, we have representatives, we have governor, because the governor
Secretary
is
of
essentially
State.
the president of a state. So how do you feel about that?
A lot of judges are women.
Right. So I'm saying, is it just
lawyers.
the president because that's the top level of power?
No, it's just, again, the president is the head of the country.
Right.
Different countries are looking at the president. They're looking at lawyers and secretaries of state, right? Like India's not looking at who the fuck is the Secretary of America. They're not caring about that. They're looking at the president of the entire country. I'm just saying, there's nothing wrong with that though. Like I never say I don't want a woman to be president. I never got on this couch and said that. I'm just saying.
Do you want a woman to be president?
Do I want to be president? I mean, like, I don't care.
You have the right to remain silent.
I'll answer that. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. I don't mind. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm still gonna be black.
Right.
I'm gonna still be black at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, you're still black in America.
So do you agree that
it don't
there
matter
are,
who the fuck is in office?
Do you agree that there are things that white people will never understand about the black community and the experience of being black in this
Yes, and that's
country,
because segregation of redlining.
Right.
That's redlining that's happened in the 60s and 80s.
Can you also agree that there are experiences that men cannot understand?
That women went through, yes, because we're not the same.
So with that mindset, what could it look like with breaking a cycle of having men in power of the entire country, to have a woman in power, to start to
I would love to see it.
uproot and showcase certain
I'm
things?
curious.
We did
Let's
that in the
see it.
60s with the Black Panthers and they killed them. Like, bro, we was together. Black women and black men, we been together.
That's not what I said, though.
But you're saying basically like we can come together and run the country. Yes, that's fine.
What I'm saying is that having a woman in charge can bring about fresh ideas that men are not even thinking about because they're not even
I would love to see
aware
that.
of
That's
the
great.
idea.
We would love it. Make our job easier. We already go through enough every day. Make it easier,
But you
right?
said you want the women to not do that.
If you want to do that, bro, like
No, Vontae
But that's what I'm
said,
saying.
bro,
We
if
do
you
want
want
to
to
do
do
that.
that,
We want to.
If you want to do that, yes, do that. I never
But
told a woman, but
Vontae-
not to
what
do
Vontae-
it.
Okay.
What Vontae is saying is like from a man perspective, like to be honest, Jamila, like as a man, you're honestly judged by what your woman has to do, right? So like if my woman, like
Right.
if you choose to work,
Yeah.
that's okay.
That's cool.
But like as men, we're judged by what your family have to do.
Exactly.
Right. So like if you're forced to work, it's like you're not doing your job.
I'm not
as a
doing my
man.
job.
So
I
what-
think that's
so-
an unfair.
yeah, but so that's what I'm saying. Like
situation
to
is-
kind of like I'm just trying to meet in the median. I don't think he's saying that he don't want a woman to be the president, but because of where the world is, it's like, yo, I don't want you to have to do that because I want you to have the softest life as possible. He might not be as like breaking it down as for people to understand it like that, but I understand what he's saying.
So do you think that women wanting to be in charge is them doing it because they feel like there's a necessity versus this is genuinely something that I want to do because I feel like I'm good at leading?
So and that's the question. So the ask that's the question. That's cool. So if you want to do it,
Yeah.
and he can answer, but I'm assuming that he's saying that, sure,
Yeah.
but we don't want you to feel like you have to do it.
Right.
That's it. So like I get what he's saying, but again, like it's coming off as like something.
Yeah. But yeah,
it's
'cause
getting
you're speaking for two different
yeah.
women.
Yeah, yeah.
You're speaking for yourself and you're speaking for the majority. Majority of women do not want to have to do that. They don't want to have to go to work.
But they want that.
Think
but-
about the stress.
What she's trying to say is they still want the option. And
Exactly.
That's,
And
they
that's
should have
fine.
the
And that's
option.
fine. Have the option. You can do whatever you want to do. You can take over the world.
That's it.
It's just, as a man, we are just put on this earth to provide. We're supposed to build fires. We're supposed to protect you. Why
fire
would you
shit.
want to be in the fire of that? Why would you want to be the face of the country? We're supposed to protect y'all. But that's cool. If you want to do it, I'm with you.
I was gonna say, I
just want the black woman to be
answer
having
the question.
afro.
Why would you want to? I think it's just based off of skills and things. Like I feel like I'm naturally a leader.
Yeah.
I've always been naturally a leader, not because I feel like I have to prove something.
I ain't
It's
gonna
just-
lie
That's
to you.
just what I gravitate to.
Let's wrap this up. To be honest though,
Jamila's president.
as a man, right? I can see me like falling into my ego, no matter what my woman say. You know what? I understand, but fuck that.
Right.
A woman, if she's married, like before a decision is made, again, I'm not talking about in the moment, because women definitely, because I'm not about to pander. Like, women definitely make decisions off emotions. But a married woman making a decision for the country, it has to go through so many things. I just don't see that happening.
I don't
Like,
see
you know,
that
Like, you know what I'm
happening.
saying? Like, I can see her being emotional and wanting to do something, but once she has a conversation with her husband, with the rest of the
Secretary
how
of
does it
State,
work?
the
That's so
Senate.
interesting that you
got to
think
go
that-
past bills through the Senate. Then you got to go to the electoral college.
Compared to what the world,
She's
what the
Like, the
world,
world's
I'm saying,
not
what-
gonna-
No, I'm saying what the world sees.
Right.
I don't see it playing out like that because I don't think that a woman is just going to be able to make a decision off her quote unquote emotions. Like
Because-
that's what they would assume.
Definitely in America. America's looking at the leader of the
what you
country
about to
of
say?
the world.
I'm just listening.
No, I'm like no. You hear what I'm
I'm
saying?
not
though?
against
I do
it.
hear what you're
I feel
saying.
like
I'm
most
not
people
against
would
it.
think a woman like they don't want the woman to be the president because she's going to make decisions off of emotions.
Yeah.
I don't think she's going to be able to. Like it's not. I don't think it's that easy.
Because okay,
Obama
but
had a
before-
hard
But you
time.
get what I'm saying? Though?
I mean, damn.
Before-
Like,
put a pin in
it's
there,
way
right?
deeper than that. Like
It is. I mean, the president is not. The president
oh
is
my
not the end all
god,
be
they
all
made
of
a
the
decision
country.
kill them niggas. Like I don't think it. Like
Yeah, I mean that's
like,
because that's not the role. That's not the real role of a president.
yes.
So like, yes, there's
One,
cabinets. There's actual.
there's checks and balances.
Yes,
There's
like-
checks and balances,
So
right?
this whole notion of like us not being ready for like, what do y'all think? Like a woman going to be the president and then I'm in my emotions, so fuck it.
They don't respect women, is what they think.
Like, what are y'all talking about?
People don't understand how checks and balances work. They don't understand how government works, and I think that overall it's just a lack of knowledge type of situation, right?
Facts.
So
Like, what
if
are
you
y'all
have,
talking about?
if you really understand, there's so many different things. But in even, let me just say this
Yo,
last point.
I
Let me
can-
just say this last point though, right?
yeah, you got it, Alex. Go ahead. Take control.
I'm gonna end it with this one. People are talking about emotions, right? From a perspective of what a woman would do from emotion. What's the worst that's gonna happen? War, we seen that.
Type.
Genocide, we seen that. Slavery, we seen that.
You ate that.
Segregation, we seen that.
We done been through the worst.
We done been through the worst with men at power.
I'm with
We
you.
did
I'm
that
not
to
trying to say it
ourselves.
from a perspective, but the
All
men
of
were
you
in
did
power.
yourself.
Why not?
So
Give
at
it
the
a
end of the
like,
day,
why not?
Everything that you
Yeah.
are talking about that you
came
are
from a
fearful,
fucking man.
we've seen that.
No other country
Give him a
seen-
shot.
Yeah.